Hello there! In this video, I'm going to share a few things that I'm sure you don't know or haven't heard before. If anything particularly interests you, be sure to let me know in the comments afterward. All right, let's go! Chicken meat is either white or dark, depending on the amount of iron in it. The darker the meat, the more iron that part has. I prefer dark meat myself, in particular. European sources indicate that approximately 44% of the world's wine and raisins come from Europe's vines. The three largest wine-producing countries are Italy, France, and Spain, with French wine arguably being the most favored around the globe. Well, maybe you can be too careful. After what then recently happened to the Titanic, the Eastland passenger ship doubled up on lifeboats for added safety. The extra weight capsized the ship at sea and tragically, 844 people died. It's been said that sloths occasionally mistake their arms for tree branches, leading to potentially fatal falls. Really? With that, I'll just say it's a good thing that we as humans don't usually mistake our fingers for food. The famous composer Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart wrote the overture to his opera Don Giovanni on the morning of the concert while having a hangover from drinking too much with friends the night before. I wonder what it would have sounded like without his hangover. If a female ferret doesn't mate soon after it goes into heat, it may die from aplastic anemia due to excessive and persistent production of the hormone estrogen. High doses of estrogen over time will suppress bone marrow function.
In 1984, during a baseball game between the Chicago White Sox and the Detroit Tigers, a massive swarm of bees invaded the field, causing a delay while officials tried to clear the insects. If it were me on that field, mind you, I'd completely leg it. Bye. I'm out of there. Invented by Johannes Gutenberg in the 15th century, the printing press dramatically increased the accessibility of books and information, fostering the spread of knowledge and ideas across Europe. This is no doubt considered a life-changing invention for the masses globally. The famous Austrian composer Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart had a pet starling that could mimic his music. When the bird died, Mozart held an elaborate funeral for it. The bird's ability to mimic melodies is thought to have influenced some of his compositions. The Great Fire of London in 1666 was a massive and devastating fire started in a bakery on Pudding Lane. It lasted for 4 whole days, destroying much of the city. Surprisingly, only 6 verified deaths were recorded. Pretty remarkable. Despite his reputation as a genius, Leonardo da Vinci was notoriously slow at completing his work. He took 16 years to complete the Mona Lisa, and many of his other works, like The Last Supper, were left unfinished or took years to complete due to his perfectionism and numerous interests. The French Revolution, which began in 1789, was a period of radical social and political upheaval in France, societal change more specifically, that ultimately led to the rise of Napoleon Bonaparte and the end of absolute monarchy.
Legendary movie director Alfred Hitchcock is famous for making brief cameo appearances in his films. He appears in 39 of his 52 surviving major works, often as a pedestrian or a bystander. Joan of Arc, a French peasant girl who led armies during the 100 Years' War, was only 19 when she was executed. She claimed divine guidance, which led to her pivotal role in French history. The human heart beats around 100,000 times per day, pumping nearly 2,000 gallons of blood through the body. Over a lifetime, this adds up to about 2.5 billion heartbeats. Harriet Tubman, an escaped slave who became a leading abolitionist, helped rescue approximately 70 enslaved people using the network of anti-slavery activists and safe houses known as the Underground Railroad. In 1997, IBM's Deep Blue became the first computer to beat a reigning world chess champion, Garry Kasparov, in a match, marking a significant milestone in AI development. Three classic and iconic movies, Ben-Hur, Titanic, and The Lord of the Rings, The Return of the King, share the record for most Academy Awards won by a single film, each taking home 11 Oscars.
Did you know any of that? We always have a great time finding facts like these for you. If you have any you'd like to contribute, let us know in the comments below. Thanks.